taking a view into the future for Iliad in the industry, the last few years has not been business as usual. The industry's rebased, and from this level, it's showing very gradual levels of growth. Our country in the last few months has had to absorb quite a few elements of negative sentiment, whether it's around the travails of the mining industry, some political issues, labour issues in the country. So the sentiment in general has not been fantastic in the short term. Thankfully for us, and that's why we're very pleased to be participating in this industry segment, is people need houses. Building, the segments in which we participate or where the building takes place may move over time, and it will. But ultimately, houses and infrastructure and offices needs to be built. So on the shorter term, it's, to an extent, we have to acknowledge the fact that building plans passed is a key indicator for us, whether it's total building, residential or non-residential, is not showing any exponential growth. Yes, financing from financial institutions is softening to an extent, but we also can see that access to unsecured credit is softening. So a period of what we believe will be growth, but very gradual growth. And any changes, in my opinion, in the prime interest rate, whether slightly up or down, won't necessarily make a significant difference. We've been in the lowest interest rate cycle for many a year in this country, and it's not necessarily kick-started our specific industry. And that's more related to ability to access finance, and also sentiment in general, consumer confidence levels. People felt the brunt of the slowdown in 2009. So into the future, it is about, and it remains about, making sure that the controllables within the business, we've reassessed where we come from and what's required into the future. We're making good progress with strategic projects around branding and ERP. We continue to reassess the portfolio. We'll fight harder and harder in the various sales channels and segments of the industry, and at the same time make sure that the infrastructure base can be supported by revenue levels. We also invest significantly into people in our business, making sure that we ensure that the right skill sets are in our businesses to ensure we can service our customer and consumer market. But overarchingly, growth into the future for the industry, albeit gradual, and ultimately believing that the way the Iliad model has been constructed will put us in a position to be sustainably competitive.